Hello! In this screencast, I'm going to walk you through the simple steps of setting up and using Google Hangouts for your video conferencing needs. But first, I'll let the folks at Google tell you a little bit about this useful and free application.
These days, getting together takes a lot of planning. Hangouts let you shoot the breeze with whoever's free in the circles you choose. With just a couple of clicks, it feels like you're in the same room with your friends, even if you're miles away from each other. So drop in anytime and say hello. Face to face to face.
Doesn't that look like fun? But how can this application work for you and your group? Hangouts can be used for group and community meetings when it is difficult for people to physically gather together. This application can save your group time, save money on gas, and still allow for the high-quality audio and visual interaction of an in-person meeting. Are you interested? Let's look at what individuals will need to do to make a Google Hangout work for your next group video conference meeting. First, you'll need a computer that is microphone enabled. The microphone may be built into your computer or added on. 2. You'll also want your computer to have a camera. Again, this may be built into your computer or you may add one on. Both microphones and computer cameras are relatively inexpensive and can be purchased online or at places like Radio Shack or most any big box store. 3. A Windows operating system of XP or higher or a Mac operating system of 10 or higher. 4. A decently fast connection speed. I'm sorry to say that dial-up connection won't work well for this application. 5. The Google Hangout plugin, which is a simple download that I will take you through in just a moment. And 6. Last but not least, a Gmail account. Assuming that you have all the necessary equipment and connection speed, let's cover that last item first, Gmail. Gmail is the free email application from Google, and you sign up for it just like any other free account. To participate in a Google Hangout, each member must have a Gmail account, but they're free. You'll put in your name, you'll create a password and confirm it, you'll answer a few other questions, and finally, be sure to complete the CAPTCHA screen response at the bottom. This is how Google knows you're a real person and not a robot. The next thing that you'll need is the free Google Hangout plugin. What I suggest that you do is you go to the search screen of your favorite browser and you type in the words Google Hangout plugin, and you will find it here. Click on that and then go ahead and download the plugin. This takes only a few seconds and allows your computer to receive the audio and video for your Hangout conference meeting. You've got the free Gmail account, you've downloaded the free Google Hangouts plugin, and now you're just moments away from being ready to start a Google Hangout. If you are the one who will be hosting the Hangout, gather together all the Gmail addresses of those who will be in your meeting. Also, if possible, have the phone numbers too, because sometimes there are connection problems, and if you have phone numbers, group members can join by telephone. Set a meeting time and date, and I recommend that everybody try to get to the Hangout about 10 minutes in advance of the meeting, and the facilitator may want to get there just a little bit earlier than that. And now, in your address bar, type in plus.google.com. So make sure that you're already signed into your Gmail account when you put in the plus.google.com. And then you're going to see over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see an icon menu. And what we're looking for is the Google Hangouts icon. If I don't see it, I'm going to click on More, slide across to the right, and there it's going to be. It's bright yellow. I'm going to click on that. And then in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a red rectangular box that says Start a Hangout. Click on that. And then we're going to wait for the Hangout to load. And as soon as it does, this is the screen where you or another group member, perhaps the group secretary, We'll put in the Gmail addresses of the people you are meeting with, and you can put up to 9 addresses in for a Hangout. Keep in mind that people who are anticipating a Hangout invitation need only be logged into Gmail. They'll see an invitation pop up on their screen and they need to only click on it to join the meeting. People can double up and maybe even triple up on one computer at a central location to talk to others who are far away. And you may have noticed that I have appeared on the screen at the bottom, and you can see that there's room for another person to be sitting here beside me. And once you've joined the Hangout, you'll know it because you'll be able to see yourself down here on the bottom of the screen. Now, if a person is having persistent audio or video problems, or if they want to join the meeting and they can only do so by telephone, up here where it says plus telephone, you can click on that and you can put in phone numbers with area code. Phone numbers in the continental United States are free to dial with Google Hangouts. Here is a muted video of a Hangout in action. And in this session, you will see the larger video change as people take turns talking. All members of the video feed show up along the bottom, but the person talking is featured in the larger window. And a caveat is that if 2 people talk at once, it can sometimes cause audio problems. It's good for meetings taking place on a video conference to follow the same rules as in-person meetings. It's always helpful if there's an agenda and a facilitator, and of course, people should take turns talking. Google Hangouts does have a few limitations or challenges, but they're small compared to the benefits. One thing that you can't do with Google Hangouts is record the meeting from the Hangout software. However, you can use another device to do that if that's required for the meeting that you're in. You cannot mute other members. So again, be aware of taking turns talking and try to cut out any background noises during a Hangout session. It's a little frustrating sometimes if your audio or video gets disconnected or won't connect properly at the beginning. Usually you just need to rejoin the Hangout or restart your computer and you'll be able to connect. And if this fails, you can still connect to the group through the telephone option. Google designed Hangouts as a social tool, but it can be used for meetings as well as for fun. If it makes you more comfortable with Hangouts, try practicing with just one other person before you try it with a group. If you get stuck, use your browser search to type in Google Hangouts Forum, and you will likely find an answer to your issue, or you may post it as a question. I hope that you'll try Google Hangouts in your group and see what a fun and practical way it is to connect and have a video conference meeting for free.